vast, silent depths of the ocean, there existed a magnificent kingdom unknown to humankind. This world was alive with the songs of dolphins, the ballad of jellyfish, and shimmering schools of rainbow-colored fish. Even deeper, in a palace of coral and pearl, ruled the mighty king of the seas. He lived with his wise mother and his 3 daughters. The youngest, Aria, was different. With hair as vibrant as fire and a voice that could charm the very currents, she was a unique spirit. She sang beautifully and crafted exquisite jewelry for herself from ocean treasures. While her sisters were content in their underwater world, it was never enough for Aria. She yearned to rise to the surface, dreaming of the world above the waves. She was fascinated by the lives of humans, longing to walk on land, taste their food, and see their curious animals. Her grandmother would often tell her, "You may visit the surface when you receive your crown of adulthood, just like your sisters." But she always warned Aria to be wary. "Humans pollute our home," she would say, "and their careless trash brings harm to all sea creatures." One day, Aria swam to the surface and saw a majestic ship. On its deck stood a handsome prince, his flute playing a hauntingly beautiful melody. As Aria listened, mesmerized, she hummed a soft harmony. The sea witch, watching from her dark lair through a crystal globe, saw this and her eyes glowed with malice. She saw her chance for revenge against the king who had banished her. The witch unleashed a furious storm. Lightning tore across the sky, and massive waves crashed over the ship, sending it to the ocean floor. When Aria saw the prince thrown into the churning water, she dove to his rescue, pulling him from the depths and carrying him to the nearest shore. As the prince stirred and opened his eyes, Aria, certain he was safe, slipped back into the sea. In the days that followed, Aria couldn't forget the prince, clinging to the flute he had dropped. When her father, King Poseidon, discovered it, he forbade her from ever returning to the human world. Heartbroken, Aria made a desperate choice. She went to the sea witch. "I want to live in the human world with the prince," she pleaded. "Please, give me legs." The sea witch, seizing her opportunity, offered a terrible bargain. "I will give you legs to walk freely on the land," she hissed. "But in return, you must give me your voice." Risking everything, Aria agreed. The witch handed her a potion, and Aria drank it quickly before swimming to the surface. As she rose, a sharp pain transformed her tail into a pair of human legs. Though her first steps on the shore were clumsy and difficult, her hope gave her strength. She ran to the prince's palace, her heart filled with joy. But her happiness shattered when she saw him standing beside another princess, whom he was to marry in 3 days. The prince was captivated by the silent, red-haired girl before him, but her muteness left him confused and saddened. As Aria sat by the shore in despair, unable to return to her home, she felt utterly alone. Meanwhile, King Poseidon learned what the witch had done. In a storm of righteous fury, he confronted her, shattering her dark potions with his magical trident and imprisoning her forever. Then, he rushed to find Aria. Just as the prince was about to leave the sorrowful girl on the beach, a great wave rose from the sea, and King Poseidon appeared in all his glory. The prince stared, speechless, seeing a being of the sea for the first time. Poseidon looked at his daughter and said, "Came to help you, my child." He raised a large conch shell, and with a magical whisper, released Aria's voice from its prison. Her first words were a tearful apology to her father. Then she turned to the prince. "Yes," she said, her voice soft and clear. "I was the one who saved you. I was once a mermaid." At that moment, the prince's heart understood. girl who saved him and the silent beauty before him were one and the same, and he fell deeply in love. With the blessings of both King Poseidon and the prince's father, their two worlds were united. The love between the little mermaid and the prince became a timeless tale, told on land and sea for centuries to come.